So Chloe came to work with me, and she did my Stepping Out of the Valley package, which is my 21-day RTT intensive package. And she's very kindly said that she would come on and let everybody know what her experience was like. Now, I don't really know what she's going to say. I think she's had a good time doing it. So what I'll do, let me just bring Chloe in. So are you there, Sydney? If you can start your video, Chloe.
Oh,
Are you there? Da, 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 da. Brilliant. Okay, so Chloe, can you just tell everybody who you are, what you do, and you can even mention the beautiful little Evie as well if you want.
so I'm Chloe Halcrow. I am currently on maternity leave. I have an 8-month-old girl, Evie.
She's beautiful.
She is very beautiful.
Very beautiful. Okay, so difficult anyway, being a mum.
Yeah.
You've got kind of COVID going on, and the world's a little bit crazy. So, so your mum obviously got in touch with me, and then we had a chat about how I could help. But can you just tell everybody kind of where you were? Well, it's just over 21 days ago, isn't it now? In regards to how you were feeling, what was life like? Yeah, just everybody.
So life was really hard. Being a mum's hard anyway, but on top of that, I was feeling rubbish, really rubbish. I had quite bad anxiety. I wasn't sleeping. I couldn't function. I didn't think I could parent. I was having a really tough time, and yeah, I felt pretty naff.
How is that anxiety though? How is it playing itself out? Because a lot of times it's quite difficult, isn't it?
Yeah. So I had quite physical anxiety. My whole body would like shut down, kind of. I would get the sweats, I would get the shakes, I would just have full like bodily experiences through my anxiety, and it was really affecting my life.
How did kind of COVID impact that? Because I know that was one of the things that we discussed, and the fact that it's bad enough anyway when people are suffering with anxiety, but then you layer the pandemic on top.
Yeah.
What impact did that have on you and ED and all that sort of stuff?
Well, I was paranoid that I was going to get COVID and wasn't going to be able to look after Evie, or if I was to get it, I would pass it on to her and then she would have it. So yeah, COVID didn't help the situation either.
Yeah, so you were in a pretty rubbish place.
I was in a very rubbish place, to say the least.
So as you said, you came on board and you did my it's not my top package, but my 21-day RTT intensive package. And I'll just, for anybody who doesn't know about that, so what you get is you get an RTT session, which is a fully supported 21-day program. You get coaching, you get an online coaching portal, you get courses. So let's just have a chat. How was your experience of RTT? I know you're aware of RTT and that sort of thing, but how did you find it? What was the realization, going into it and coming out of it now? Where were you going into it, but how do you feel now in regards to, that whole process?
Well, my session was incredible, like really, really incredible. And before, I kind of thought I had an idea at why I was feeling like I did. And then going into the session wasn't what I thought. You kind of really delve deep into your emotions and your subconscious and what it can actually do to you and make you feel. So yeah, we kind of worked on why I was feeling like I was, and it was like a light bulb moment almost.
Yeah, it's domino, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can see everything in life connect. Yeah.
Yeah. So all the dots were connected, and it made sense. Like, it's crazy how much it made sense to my situation. You kind of go to these scenes and you do these things, and you're like, well, what relevance? But then you delve into it a bit more, and it's like, wow, that makes sense. Why I know why it makes perfect sense.
Yeah. And it's that shift. So how did the feeling shift? How did you feel?
It's like a weight being lifted off. It's like, breathe.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
great.
It's super powerful stuff. It is
It
really,
is really powerful.
And
I felt so good after.
Yeah. One of the things that I always love, and I think I said this to you as well, so every time I speak to a client, they'll say, this is how I feel, and this is what the problem is. You just basically said that now.
Yeah.
And you know, we did go past that point. So just the difference really, would you agree, is that most therapies that people would have deal with that kind of that trauma response. You go, this is the problem, and you work around that thing.
Yeah.
How would you describe RTT being different? What is the difference? Because you came in thinking this is it, you know, this is what the problem is, this is what I need to resolve, so like COVID and anxiety. But then actually, it was something more subtle, wasn't it? It wasn't necessarily anything dramatic.
Yeah, it kind of goes to the root of the problem rather than like what you just think. Like I've had other therapies before, and you just work on like what they don't delve in. You just say to them, this is my problem, and they say, okay, we'll work on that, and you work on that and that alone, and that's it. Whereas with RTT, you kind of delve deeper and you go further than what you think might be the problem, and then you kind of work on that as well.
So have you had talking therapy and stuff before, where you know?
Yeah.
Because most people think of therapy as being talking therapy. I kind of describe RTT, I don't know if you agree with this, but I think it's feeling therapy.
Yes.
So I always describe it as taking, here's a feeling, anxiety, not feeling good enough, lack of confidence. And here's a story that I'm telling myself, and they're bound together, and that's your environment. And what from my own experience and all my clients, is that what we do is we get to the root cause of when that feeling was first manifested, not necessarily the story, and then we can detach it. Did you find that it was a case of you could detach the feeling away from all the stories you've been telling?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Okay, so for anybody who doesn't know about RTT, you basically have a session and you listen to the recording for 21 days. So how was that recording? How did that support the whole process going through?
It just kind of reassured, and it was a lovely recording to start off with. I liked the one with music, so I liked listening to that.
Which one did you choose?
I chose the one with music. It just gets you into like a really relaxed state. It reinforces like everything that was done in the session, so you've really got it like locked in your brain. And I listen to it every night, so it sends you off to sleep. And most of the time nowadays I don't hear the end of it. I'm just asleep, and then I wake up with an ear pod like miles away, and I'm like, oh. So yeah,
that's really interesting though, because a lot of people, one of the questions that I get from a lot of clients is, what if I fall asleep? And because we're working at the subconscious, actually it's always working. So actually it doesn't matter. It's actually a good thing that you've gone to sleep. You know,
you still hear it.
So the other question, obviously you did the RTT, so that's kind of standard RTT. So anybody who's going to a therapist, an RTT therapist, that's kind of the standard practice. That's what we do. But in what I offer on my packages is kind of the coaching as well. So you did this package. So we had a coaching session day 7, day 14, and then we're obviously doing this recording today. So how did you find that, the coaching? Did you feel it supported you? Did you need it?
Yeah.
How did you feel?
Definitely. It's just nice to have like something else as well. Like as amazing as the RTT session was, to then have like to know that I've got like another call to come up was really nice.
Did that kind of did you find it reassured? Because that's one of the things that I found. Is that people, when you have coaching with it, neuro coaching, you didn't really ask any questions, did you? You were fine, but the fact it was there.
Yeah, it was nice to just have it there and know that if there was something, then I could be like, oh, there's this. And it was, just nice to know that it was there.
Amazing. So the other thing, obviously, you didn't, did you go into the coaching portal much? Did you watch many of the videos?
I watched the ones you put on there,
So for for anybody who doesn't know, additional to this is that I have an online coaching room. So you have a virtual coaching room. So we could have a type in there or WhatsApp me. I've got a question about this. But through the session, what I would do is I'd go, oh, that's a great resource. Have that, and it's all about watching videos and stuff. Did you find that again in between the coaching sessions that helped to just?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Brilliant. And how easy did you find that coaching portal to use? Was it difficult?
It's so simple. It's so simple.
Yeah.
It's
And
just really easy to navigate.
it's like Facebook, isn't it? Without the
Yeah,
drama.
sort of like Facebook. Yeah.
And the other thing is, obviously, you've got access to the private coaching portal area now forever. I'll move your stuff over, anything that's on that private will move. So you've got access now for as long as that is there. You've also got access to any of the transformation community stuff, so that's free.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not many places where you get additional stuff to continue.
No.
So the other thing that you got is some of my online courses as well. But I want to talk about the journaling because my own when I work with my coaches, I'm obviously got a journal. But how did you find the journaling, and in particular the kind of the method of that journaling? How's that supported you as well?
It was really good. I really liked it. It's nice to just take like half an hour to yourself and like have like, this is what I'm doing now. I'm doing this for me. And then doing it. The meditation first is really lovely as well. It kind of gets you in the right mindset to do it. I journaled before anyway, but to kind of have like a purpose for it was nice, rather than just writing. Well, I mean, you wrote anything anyway, but it was nice.
So people don't know is I've got this method that I kind of devised really, which was about you write it down, then you review it. You look for the truth in what you're telling yourself. You're like being your own best friend. Did you find that useful, that kind of methodology of not just writing it down, but looking at it and going, no, that's not true, or that is true.
Yeah.
Reframing it.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. So in regards to that whole package, this is really interesting. We talked off camera, so whether you can say this. So I said, how much do you think that all of that would come to in regards to, if you've done some research beforehand, you've done all that. So just tell, because I loved this. Maybe I need to put the prices up. But what did you just say that you thought the value in regards to how much you expected you would have paid?
About 2,000.
About £2,000.
Yeah, I'd like researched loads of different people and what they offer, and I got it down to about 2,000 because you have the RTT included and stuff. So that's what I thought the whole package was.
So at the moment, on the 13th of March, maybe I should put the prices up, but that's $598 that package, which I think a lot of people think it's a lot of money, but you found
what's there is definitely. I was really surprised at how much it actually was, because I really thought it would be at least in the 1,000, like at least 1,000. So it's really incredible.
Money, I think money is a massive consideration for people when they're looking at that. But somebody's TV goes down, they'll go and pay £600.
Yeah, for sure.
TV, put it on their credit card or whatever. So if somebody's they're struggling, obviously I do different packages, but value is really important. And would you say, even with the price of what you paid and all that, is the value worth it? Because people out there are scared of.
Yeah, for sure. It's definitely worth every penny.
Because
definitely.
I'm the same. I went through that. It's like mindset, and it's about having that choice, isn't it? And you were stuck. You weren't sleeping, you were feeling rubbish, and what do people do? They might smoke, they might drink that the way out of that, they might, in the grand scheme of things, it's your life, isn't it?
It is.
£598 to get your life back on track. How much do you value yourself?
Yeah, exactly. That's it, isn't it?
So moving forward, somebody who's watching this and they're stuck, they can kind of relate to your story, or they don't know where to move, they don't want to go forward, they don't you know, who to trust. What advice would you give to them in regards to kind of getting their life back on track? From where you were to where you are now, if you were going to speak to your old self or you're going to speak to somebody else, what would you say to them of how it's going
Go
to
for it. For sure, go for it. Like, if I could speak to my old self, I would have said do it sooner because I waited too long.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would just say go for it. Like, you do a free consultation anyway, so even if you just speak about it, even that is like, okay. So I would definitely say just go for it. Like, there's nothing holding. What can you? You can't. I mean, the price, yeah, but you can't lose anything. Like, for yourself, for your mental health, it's so important. You just
Can't
have
lose anything by a phone call, can you?
no, exactly. So you should just go for it. Would be
One
my
thing I do want
advice.
to make, because this is quite funny, because the stepping out of the valley. So there's one of the you get the journaling, but I also give you another course on this package, which is my mini flagship course called Stepping Out of the Valley. And it was really funny because you didn't do that until you'd actually had the session.
No.
So I'm really interested in this because this is a brand new course, and it retails about £99 on my portal, but you get it as part of my coaching if you go on this package or one of the others. How did you find that? Because it's a module, so there's 5 modules and there's different things. How did you find that useful? And you know, £99, somebody might not have £5.98, but they might have £99. How do you think that would help somebody who maybe was in your situation as well?
Well, it's brilliant. I really, like, honestly, really enjoyed it. You kind of go through like the rules of the mind and stuff in it, which make sense if you read into it and like really think about it. Like, yeah, and then there's one particular. I think it's like stage 4. You like have a thing where you like rate different bits of your life, and it kind of really puts into perspective like how you value yourself and if there's any like other problems in your life, problem areas in your life. So yeah, that I would definitely say if you can't afford the 500, it kind of delves into not just what you're thinking, it makes you think about other things that could be wrong as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's definitely worth
and it might be as well that it kind of goes, what is my health good? What are my relationships like?
yeah.
Because when you start to look at those things, anxiety is just a feeling. Everybody's got anxiety now. There's a big difference between feeling anxious and having anxiety. I'm really big on that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
your life has been over. I did a recent one of my clients, Helen. She did an audio for me, and she said she'd physically wake up every morning feeling sick, but it becomes who you are, doesn't it? It becomes, you forget what it's like
Yeah,
to
yeah.
not feel like that. And you know, if people are watching this and they're going, you know, I really don't know what the problem is, where it is, that I wrote that course so it kind of makes you really focus and rate
Yeah,
really
yeah.
simply, you know. Did you find it onerous? Did you find it hard? Because there's a lot of videos in there, and you watch stuff. Did you find it a difficult process to think, to go through?
Yeah, it was mind tasking. You do really have to think, but at the same time it's nice to think like for yourself, especially like so many people are just thinking for other people all the time,
Yeah.
whether that's like in your job or for your families or whatever. So it's nice to actually think for yourself and like put yourself into you really think for your own. Yeah.
And you can do it. It's modules. I think that's the other thing as well. So, I mean, how long would you spend on a module then? Because just for anybody who wants to know, basically there's a video there, there's some notes, and then I give you a little task.
Yeah.
It ramps up through the modules. They layer, doesn't it? Layers on top of it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I do give you a break, I think, on module 3. But
Yes.
for somebody who goes, oh, I'm not very academic, I don't really
Oh no,
do
you don't need to
that.
be academic.
Yeah, it's not difficult.
It's not difficult. Like, it's not difficult as in like academically. It's really easy to do. They're not like the hardest, longest tasks in the world. They're like short. They take like half an hour, 20 minutes, depending on how long you spend on them. So it's not like mind taskingly difficult as in like so much to do. They're just like little tasks that get you thinking.
Yeah, and that course, they also, because you've got that now the rest of your
Mhm.
life. do you think that it's something that you could revisit in the future if you
Yeah,
came?
for sure.
You know, it's not just the one problem, is it?
No. You could use it
Expand
for
the problem,
anything. Yeah.
rotate and rotate. So that is really, really good. So kind of moving forward, last question. So just moving forward now from where you were to where you are now, kind of what does the future look like for you? What does the future look like for you and Evie? How are you feeling in yourself?
Good. It's really good. Like, honestly, yeah, I feel amazing. I could
Oh,
cry.
I know, I'm trying not to as well. Thank you very much.
That's great. Thank you.
So all I would say to people is it's a phone call, isn't it? That's what it takes.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
There's no pressure. I don't pressure anybody. It's
No.
just I'm here to help. So yeah, you can start saying this word now.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I remember when I started my journey, when I was kind of on the verge of suicide, and you know, that anxiety that I felt, you know, that the sleepless nights, the sickness in your stomach, they're not feeling good enough. And there becomes a point when you have to ask yourself, is all of this pain worth it? Is the life that I'm living the life that I really want? Because the hardest thing to do is to step through that fear when you're stuck in that valley. When you've slid down that slope into the bottom of that valley, you feel stuck, you feel afraid, you don't know who to trust. What I do with my clients, I don't do for the money. I do it because rapid transformational therapy changed my life, and I would not be doing the world any service whatsoever if I didn't help people get out of that valley. I'm not going to come into the valley floor where you are at the moment, it's that dark place, and give you a hug and go, everything's going to be okay. I'm going to show you the root cause, the reason why you got where you did, and together I won't just guide you out the other side. I'll show you how to be an expert climber. So you can go into the valley whenever you want, because you'll have the tools to get yourself out. Because as you ascend each mountain, you'll probably descend back again and go up again. Because that's what life is. Life isn't perfect. What I want to try and do is not give you a life that's about coping and managing. I want to give you a life that's about empowerment. But you do have a choice. You can stay where you are, or you can put faith over fear. So why not pick up the phone or pop over to my website, makeyourlifecount.co.uk. You can even join my free transformational community, which is community.makeyourlifecount.co.uk. There's lots of options to start on that journey, but only you can make that choice.